You should get yourself a private virtual data network, or PVDN, to manage your digital life on the internet. Why? Because a PVDN makes your digital life easier, more manageable, safer, more private and more secure. And it's permanent, and it's yours, and it's cheap. Put simply, renting a PVDN will make your digital life much more enjoyable and effective on all fronts, for a cost that you will hardly notice. So what is a PVDN? A PVDN is a service. You rent a PVDN from a PVDN provider to manage access to all of your data on all of your devices and in the cloud, regardless of the device manufacturer or cloud storage provider. Your PVDN is controlled through a PVDN hub, which is just like having your own dedicated server on the internet. When you rent a PVDN, you get a network that connects all of your devices, including mobile phones, tablets, laptops, home PCs, and home servers, to each other, and to unlimited private storage without the need to purchase any equipment. That network is not shared with any other PVDN. It is entirely private and entirely yours. You can retain your PVDN over a period of years or decades, moving your data as you swap devices, change brands, retire old IT equipment, and change storage service providers without losing any data. Your data is safe and secure in the cloud for as long as you choose to leave it there. The data you store in your PVDN is private, only you can access it. Should you be worried about privacy? That's up to you. But if you're not sure whether it's a problem, you may want to view our video, Data Capture and Aggregation on the Internet, to make sure you fully understand the problem. The data you store in your PVDN is in the cloud, but it is stored separately from the data in anyone else's PVDN, accessible only to your devices. We call this non-aggregated data, and it's a very different concept from what has driven the Internet up to this point. If you want to know more about how it works and why it is different from the current cloud storage options, you may want to watch our video, How PVDN Managed Data Storage is Different from Cloud Storage. You can attach as much cloud storage as you require to your PVDN from almost any cloud storage vendor. The data you put in the cloud is automatically encrypted, with the keys safely stored in your PVDN hub. Any data stored in your PVDN is available unencrypted on any of your devices wherever you are, as long as you can connect to the internet. Any device that can download the PVDN app can connect to your PVDN using credentials that you create. This makes the device PVDN enabled. Your PVDN enabled device can still communicate with all the services you currently use. The PVDN app just adds a private data network to all of the other connections your device can make. Almost any data on a PVDN enabled device can be automatically backed up to your PVDN. This includes data such as contacts, appointments, photos, and documents. Not only is the data backed up to your private PVDN instead of the device manufacturer's data store, the data is instantly available on any other PVDN-enabled device connected to your PVDN. Your PVDN service can automatically back up data on your home server, PC, or laptop into cheap cloud storage and make that data available on your mobile devices anywhere on the internet. When you purchase a device and connect it to your PVDN, making it PVDN enabled, all of your contacts, calendar entries, and PVDN controlled settings are automatically replicated to the device. You then use the PVDN device settings to tell the PVDN how to handle the device, including what data, e.g. photos, to automatically back up, what storage the device has, and how much of that storage is available to the PVDN to replicate files. When you decide to dispose of a device you have attached to your PVDN, the PVDN will automatically remove any copies of your private data that may be on the device. Like any network, Your PVDN can have multiple users with their own usernames and passwords, which can be assigned various levels of access to the data. Such users could include children, your partner, employees, associates, or relatives. Only you as the PVDN owner can set up user accounts. And only you, as the owner of the PVDN, can attach a device and set it up for the PVDN. Once set up, any user of the device can log in with their own credentials, get access to the PVDN data that they have been assigned access to. Your PVDN presents you with two views of your data, a virtual view and a physical view. All of your data is viewable and searchable in the virtual view, but its location is not necessarily shown. The physical view shows you where the files are stored and how much disk space is free in the various storage location your PVDN is accessing. The virtual view is made up of info nodes. Info nodes are like folders which can contain other info nodes and/or data items. In this regard, info nodes are like folders on a disk. Data items can be files like word processing docs, PDF files, spreadsheets, photos and videos. Data items can also be contacts, messages, hyperlinks with or without stored usernames and passwords, digital certificates and calendar entries. Data items can appear under more than one node. So for example, a set of calendar entries about deadlines for a holiday could appear in an info node under which you are collecting information about that holiday, and at the same time be part of the generic calendar with all your other calendar entries. Using the PVDN InfoNode system, you can get your digital life organised, whether you're planning a holiday, making an important purchase, getting the kids organised for the start of school, organising an event, managing a household, pursuing a hobby, running a club, or running a small business. The PVDN InfoNode system is the perfect environment for getting organised and staying organised online. InfoNodes are automatically replicated between devices, making the data equally accessible across all devices. Some information, such as contacts and calendar entries, will automatically replicate to each device. File data is generally manually pulled down to devices and pushed back into the PVDN storage as required. In other cases, for example when taking photos, the files are automatically replicated into PVDN storage. File type data items contain information indicating where the physical copies of the files are located within the PVDN, and whether the copy is on a device or encrypted in cloud storage. However, this information is not required to access the file. Simply clicking on a file data item will download it to your device for viewing or editing. The physical view of the PVDN shows all of the devices and cloud storage facilities your PVDN is connected to. This view is used to maintain the PVDN over time. For example, you can add or remove devices, add or remove cloud storage facilities, move files from one storage location to another, set up automatic replication between devices and storage or between storage locations, and set up manual or automatic backups. In the physical view, you can see at a glance where your devices are, the status of your devices, how much storage they have, how much storage space is available in your cloud storage accounts, and when your last successful backups were. In other words, your PVDN can tell you instantly if all of your digital assets are safe. Because a PVDN is both private and in the cloud at the same time, it is the perfect location for password vaults, digital wallets, digital certificates, health records, financial records, and any other high security digital data you need to maintain. PVDNs are family friendly too. You can create logins for children with their PVDN apps on their devices, monitoring their location and browsing history with complete privacy. Likewise, distributing family photos and news to relatives and friends can be a private affair. Just create a user for them and get them to download a PVDN app on their devices and use their credentials to log in. They will be notified whenever there are photos to download or messages. One click and they can see them. Even better, convince them to rent their own PVDN and they can get all the PVDN goodness for themselves and be updated automatically with anything you want to share with them. With the PVDN swallowing up all of your data, how can you be sure you can get it back? After all, it's no good avoiding vendor lock-in with device manufacturers if you get locked in and exploited by a PVDN provider. This is where PVDNs are different from any other technology you are familiar with. The separation between your data, everyone else's PVDN data, and your own PVDN provider is complete. It's baked into the technology. Not only can you get your data back at any time, we encourage you to keep a backup of your PVDN data at all times. That way, even if your PVDN provider simply shuts up shop, you will still have total access to your data. If this sounds like magic, it isn't. Just have a look at our video, How Does a PVDN Work?, to find out how the basic structure of the PVDN protects your data without ever capturing it. You may be wondering, what about security and privacy? You may be asking yourself, if I use a PVDN, aren't I putting all my eggs in one basket? Can a PVDN really protect me and my digital asset from hackers, greedy corporations, overzealous government bodies, from stolen or lost devices, from internet outages, from data corruption, and even from my own mistakes? The simple answer is yes. A PVDN greatly improves your ability to protect yourself from all of these threats compared to any other arrangement of your devices and storage facilities available on the internet today. For the full story, see our video, How a PVDN is different from other internet services and why it is better. So how much does all of this PVDN goodness cost you? A basic PVDN setup will cost something in the order of a cup of coffee a week. You can then organise as much low-cost cloud storage as you think you need. Is this all there is to PVDNs? In no way. We see PVDNs as ultimately creating dramatic shifts in the way services are provided on the internet. To find out about the full picture of how we see PVDNs as the next revolution on the internet, see our video, The PVDN Vision. So get ready for a new digital life, one that is simple, easy, safe, private, secure, and manageable. One that will grow with you, leave you more time for the important things in life, and expand the possibilities of your life to the maximum that digital technology and the internet can.